Selamlar YouTube. Kingdom Come Deliverance'ın başka bölümüne hoş geldiniz. En son bir tane söre kafa tuttuk falan filan. Yüzbaşı bizi eğitti. En sonunda Kahya ile görüştük. Gel dedi, bir şeyler öğren dedi, burada dedi, git dedi, görev yap dedi falan filan. Şimdi teslimat alıp bir tane muhafızın yanına gideceğiz. O bize öğretecekmiş işleri. Şimdilik işler böyle. Şimdiden iyi seyirler efendim. Hadi bakalım. Savunmayı yapmayı öğrenmem çok güzel oldu ya. O hoş oldu yani. Şup. Hop. Bunlarda niye hiç kalkan yok? Çoğunda en azından.
If you're after some...
I was told to pick up a kit here.
Name?
Henry.
And in fealty too?
Sir Radzig Cobbler?
Yes, I've got you. Well, come on in then. Make yourself at home, Henry. If my memory serves me, you're entitled to a helmet, a
Bir
gambeson,
miğfer
and
ve
a
bir
club.
sopa mı?
That's all.
You want a kiss and a hug as well?
I mean equipment.
It's quite enough for patrolling the town. You're there to stop trouble, not start it.
Tamam hacı, sıkıntı yok. Şimdi zırh, basit miğfer. Benim miğfer biraz sıkıntılı. Zırh seviyesi aynı ama. Tamam, aynısındanmış. Tamam. Başka dolgulu hafif zırh. Hacı bunun durumu bitmiş amına koyayım ya. Tamam. Başka bir şey verdim mi? Başka bir şey vermedim. Bu kadar. Bir de sopa verdi. Bildiğin haydar verdiler elimize. Sorun çıkarın, döveceğiz. Vay. Karakteri hala yatıramadım ama ya. Hala yatıramadım hacı. Dur bakalım köpke. Yağmur başladı. Kiliseye nereden giriyoruz ya?
God be with you.
Stefan.
How does life in Rattay suit you?
And them Rattay folk would rather drive us out of here. They won't give us no work, and they won't let us beg. So what are we supposed to do? Fucking war.
Did you find out what actually happened?
They say Sigismund is at war with the Czech lords and abducted the king. And our...
Okay.
Well.
Well.
Eternal rest grant unto them, O Lord. Mother of God, you look like you've been assaulted.
How does life in Rattay suit you?
It'd be fine if we didn't have to sleep in hovels and beg for alms. And the bailiff is always on our backs, the bastard. Take care.
Burada ben kimi bulacaktım ya? Bülbül'e katıl. Muhafız. Saat kaç ki şu an? Saat 7 değil, ona eminim. Acı yok be. Ha, dur, şurada 2 kişi var. Bakayım. Muhafız, bakayım. Ah, bülbül.
Here I am. My name is Henry. We're supposed to go on patrol together?
I see you're kitted out.
Ready to get going.
I'm Nightingale. Aren't you that lad the mill wench brought here on a cart?
Teresa. Yes, she rescued me. She turned up with Captain Robard and his knights.
All honor to the girl. She has bigger balls than most men. Tell me, how did you pay her back?
Well, I thanked her.
That's not much, is it? You should go and see her when you get a chance. So, how did you end up in the service
Flörtleşme.
of the bailiff?
I don't want to be kicking around in the dirt while other men do honest work.
You're an eager one, aren't you?
Come with me, Henry. We'll patrol the town and then check on the taverns to make sure they lock up in the evening.
I'm ready.
Don't forget, I'm supposed to try you out and, with the help of God, teach you something. So I expect you to deal with any misconduct yourself. I'll make sure you don't do anything too stupid. Let's go. This is our church, St. Matthew's.
Hah şöyle ya. Şükür be birader. Kaç defa adam takip ettirdin. Şunu daha önce yazsana. Caps Lock'la yapılıyormuş. Avınızı rahatsız etmeden.
It serves not only as the house of God, but as the crypt of the lords of Lipa, our masters. The gravedigger lives right round the corner. The priest, too. Our parish priest. Ah, a man shouldn't speak ill about servants of the Lord. This is our rat house. Pretty big, eh? The bailiff and his hands live there, and our maestro proto-notarius, the scribe. And the jailhouse. You don't want to see the inside, not even as a guard.
Gördüm 10
Naturally,
gün
we have an
kaldım orada.
executioner too, but he doesn't live in town. That wouldn't be proper, as I'm sure you know. He lives by Gallows Hill, the other side of the creek. This pillory was brand new in autumn, and 2 people have already been rotting on it.
The swordsmith lives here.
What the hell is going on here now?
Just
Go
run
and check
along
it out,
make
Henry.
no trouble for you. If you won't go to the church, go back to your people.
What are you two screeching about? Stop making such a ruckus.
About time you turned up. This filthy beggar thinks.
My name is Jane.
No one cares what your name is. This filthy beggar thinks she can come and stink in front of my shop. I want you to get rid of her.
What's the problem here?
This is my shop, and I won't have beggars sitting on my doorstep. Let her go and squat in a square. She won't be in anyone's way there, and there's plenty of folk to beg from.
Must you sit here, of all places?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Folk drive me away wherever I sit. I can't keep walking all day and night.
Can't you show us some Christian charity, Armourer?
What? Have you any idea how much I've given away in alms, even to this witch only yesterday?
Is that true?
Might be, might not.
Did you get any arms or not?
Yes.
From the Armourer here?
I don't know. And even if I did, that was yesterday, and my belly's empty again today.
That's true.
What would you know about it?
Here, Jane. Take this and be on your way.
Yes. Yes, thank you. I'll go right away. Right away. God bless you, Henry.
And what happens if she comes again tomorrow? You give her more? You're making a mistake. Give them coin once and you'll never see the back of them.
İş ver o
You
zaman.
say so.
Bugünlük ben işimi göreyim de.
Your old neighbours are living here now. It's a bit of a shithole. Even so, you should be thankful to Sir Hanush. If the town burghers got their way, your folk wouldn't be let anywhere near the town. And now our people aren't too happy with him. Some fools are even calling for Sir Hanush to finally hand the fiefdom over to the young lord, Sir Hans Capon. Sir Hans's father, old Sir Yeshke, may God rest his soul, kept it till he was an old man. Then he retired from it, first to Moravia, then to eternity. Sir Hanush is managing the fiefdom until Sir Hans comes of age. They're related by blood somehow, the same great-great-grandfather or some such. The time's coming soon enough when the estates have to be handed over. These affairs often end in conflict. I hope we have nothing like that here. This square here, it looks much better during the markets. Then it's filled to bursting with folk from all around. We've also got the baker's shop here, and that mad merchant Wolfram Pruder. Pruder has a pretty daughter, but he keeps her on a short rein, which the young bucks are none too happy about. I heard he even keeps the poor lass locked up at home all day. Look here. See that filthy beggar? By Christ, I'll show the bastard.
Abi kimseyi rahatsız etmiyor ki amına koyayım.
Comfortable, are we?
Arms, please, sir.
Who do you take me for? Are you stupid or just insolent?
Oh, what's the matter?
Stupid, then. There's no begging allowed here, so pick up your stinking arse and haul it somewhere else.
Who am I bothering here?
Me. Us. Everyone. If Sir Hanush saw you here, he'd take a whip to you.
All right, I'm going.
Damn beggars. You offer them a helping hand, and they want the whole arm. It's not like the rules aren't clear. Beggars belong at the church.
There's one alehouse here
anlaşıldı.
on the market square, the Trader's Tavern. The other's up by the gate. We'll be going there later.
Önceden yeri kiliseymiş. Anladım hocam. Abi bizim taraftan o kadar da varmasaydı ya amcık.
Let's move along to the inner bailey. Here's the forge. The blacksmith has some trouble and he's not working at the moment, but his apprentice is standing in for him tolerably. I hear you're a blacksmith's apprentice too. You lot could help if needed, couldn't you?
Us? What do you mean?
You and your master, or your father, whoever taught you.
They...
What is it, lad?
My father was the master blacksmith. He was killed in Skalitz.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Thank you. So am I.
My papa died not long ago. Of course, it was old age got him. That's not the same, but I know a little how you feel.
Eyvallah abi. Nereye gidiyoruz?
The Rate fiefdom is pretty big. Naturally, it starts here by the town and continues along the Sasau River. Lots of farmhouses scattered around. Neuhof, Merhoyed. Master Smill is in charge of Sir Hanush's stables. He's by far his best vassal. It's all a bit complicated for a newcomer, I suppose. This lord here, that lord there, this exemption here, that right there. Exemptions from exemptions, rights to half of something, so on. It'd take you a year to make head or tail of it. This tower was only half the size when I was a young lad.
Sir Hanush had it extended and made into an armory. God be with you, Benesh. How goes it?
Well enough, Nightingale. It's quiet today.
Good. Where's Moimir, anyway? Isn't he supposed to be here with you?
Ah, yes. He hasn't turned up yet.
Oh, I see. Now, where might he have got to, then?
I don't know.
You don't know, eh? Let me tell you something. When the bailiff finds out Moimir's slacking off, he'll be in serious shit. And being a friend of his, you wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
So it's better if I deal with it and we leave the bailiff out of it, right?
Yes, I suppose so.
So where is he?
In the tavern. He was thirsty, so he...
Went for an ale. We know how that goes. Come on, Henry. Let's go and find that idler, and you'd better talk some sense into him.
Ata bak lan.
Hey.
What the fuck are you doing here when you're supposed to be on the gate? Move your carcass and go and guard the gate.
Ale for me.
Not a word.
Here,
Get
just
moving.
as you
You're
ordered.
lucky it was me found out, not the bailiff, or God forbid, Captain Bernard. Out!
I'll be right back with that.
Come and sit with me, Henry. Let's have a drink.
Adamı yollayıp biz oturduk.
That fool got me all worked up.
Shouldn't we be on patrol instead of drinking?
You're eager, aren't you? Don't worry. Even watchmen are entitled to a break. Except the ones on the gate and the tower, of course. But that's enough about that. Let's not let it spoil our day. Listen, since we're sitting here anyway, how about a little game?
Olur.
Why not?
Oh, why did I ever agree to this? I'll lose my shirt again.
Nasıl yani? Anlamadım ki amına koyayım şimdi. Zarı tuttum.
That's
Bir
it.
aldı. Anladıysam arabalayım.
One beer for me.
This'll be the one.
I'll be right back with that.
No, I'm for the chop.
A tankard here.
I'll bring it right away.
One beer.
Lan nasıl pes ettim? Anlamadım ki oyunu. İnsan bir öğretir diyor.
One more thing and we're done for the night. Ringing the end of the day and closing the taverns.
Isn't it still a bit early?
I don't know how it was in Skalitz, but here in Rattay we close up at this hour. Except, of course, during fairs and big festivals. Then we don't close at all.
I see. Should I go and ring the bell?
If you wouldn't mind, the bell is hanging outside the rat house. Ring 3 times, then go to the Trader's Tavern by the market square and make sure the innkeeper closes up.
I'll do that.
Before I forget,
Tutamadık
it's
ki.
forbidden to walk in Rattay at night without a torch. Here, take this one.
What the?
Bunu evet öğrendim abi. Hırsızlık yaparken öğrendim biliyor musun? Şu an muhafızız. Benim görevim burada değil ki ama.
God be with you. May the Lord watch
Işın nerede piç? Adam oradan buradaki çanı nasıl duysun ya?
And the canon of St. Wenceslas in Olomouc was so drunk, he dragged the pig to the market square, saddled it up, and rode it out of the town gate. no, we can see that this wasn't going to end
Hassiktir.
well. So, Sir Peter and I rode off to look for the good canon on his pig.
Did you find him?
We tracked the filthy beast down to a sty beyond Cronau. I mean, the beast with a tonsure on its head. We never found the real pig, but the Reverend was sound asleep in the pigsty.
Birds of a feather stick together. It seems the same goes for pigs and prelates. I toast, gentlemen, to pigs and prelates.
God save their bacon.
Sir Hans, forgive my intrusion, but I need...
Oh, but what? You want to join us? Want to buy us around? I'm afraid we don't drink with peasants.
Ağzın
Not in
yüzünden
your
öyle
village
yaptım bu
now,
pezevengi.
boy.
No, sir. Curfew's been rung. The alehouse is closing.
Nothing closes while I'm sitting here. If that's all, you're dismissed.
Are you out of your mind, lad? You can't cross his lordship. He's got a temper like a bear with gut egg.
Siktir lan.
If I was you,
Ağzını yüzünü siktim onun fight'ta.
The bailiff instructed me to close the tavern at the proper hour. He doesn't want anyone disturbing the peace after curfew.
The bailiff? The bailiff can kiss my ass. I trust you haven't forgotten who's the rightful lord of Rattay.
No, it's Sir Hannes.
Oh, is he here? What, is he hiding under the table, maybe? No! Then what he wants isn't worth a fart in a bathhouse. And besides, he's only in charge till I grow up.
Which clearly hasn't happened yet.
Enough! You can't talk to me like that. I'm a nobleman.
come now, sirs. You're not going to fight here, are you?
We most definitely are. This yokel needs to be taught
Oo
his place.
3'e 1 mi? Abi.
What's up? Shit yourself?
Sikeyim ananı.
Here!
That'll teach you how to talk to your betters. Go on, your grace, show him what for.
Ananı sikeyim seni.
Go on, your grace, show him what.
Lan dur daha fight'ın ortasındaydık.
Crucifix! What in the name of Christ is happening here? Hell! Answer me, damn you!
This peasant insulted me. I had to teach him a lesson.
By rolling around in the mud like a hog? That's a fine example of noble conduct.
Sir Hanush, the bailiff ordered me
Silence! You shut your mouth and thank your lucky stars that you are Radzig's ward. Have you gone out of your mind? Raising your hand to a nobleman? And you, Hans, how many times have I told you that drinking with your subjects might be good for their morale, but it's bad for your honor? You spend all your days drinking and chasing wenches, which wouldn't matter if you paid any attention at all to your duties. And now we see what that leads to. Tomorrow, you will go with me to a hearing. Some landowners have asked me to settle a dispute. It'll be an excellent lesson for you.
I had planned to go hunting, but if you think listening to the pointless gripes of a bunch of old fools will benefit me, so be it.
Ooh, hunting? Well then, Your Grace, I'll tell you what. You can go hunting.
Really?
Naturally. Who am I to deprive the young Lord Capon of his sport? And you can take Henry here as your page.
Him? Absolutely not.
You'll do as I've commanded. It's time you learned how to lead people, and not just in drinking and brawling. Now get out of my sight.
Sir, I have responsibilities of the bailiff.
Not anymore. Your responsibilities now are to Lord Capon. It's time you learned how to behave in the presence of nobility. Let's go. Tell the kitchen I'm hungry. It's been a long journey.
Amına koyayım kaleden yukarı kadar market meydana kadar yürüdüm. Senin ben ananı sikeyim. Görev kaldı mı ya? Ne olur kalmasın artık. Takati kalmadı karakterin.
Hey, lad. Don't you want a little wager on the Ratte tourney? Huh?
Ya sus istemiyorum bir şey dur. Teresa nerede ya? Teresa aşkım. Dersin bebeğim. Oğlum terasa yok lan.
Good health to you.
Harbi nasıl
You
bulaştın
honest
lan?
trade. How come you got mixed up in crime?
Evil times. The harvest failed, and there was no grain to mill, and a child to feed on top of it all. I had no choice. And meanwhile, the lords in the castle and the monks in the monastery stuffed their craws to bursting. Where's the justice in that?
So you took justice into your own hands, is that it? And now you take whatever you need?
Pull your head out your arse, Henry, and take a good look around you. Wars come and go, but nothing really changes. It's the poor that do the dying, and the nobles who reap the rewards.
Az önce bir
We have to
tanesini siktim
survive
ben.
somehow. So why concern ourselves with morals?
Tamam.
Good luck then.
Aha. Yavrum neredesin? Kim bilir kim
Shouldn't you tidy
neredesin?
yourself up a bit?
So, how have you been?
I can't stop thinking about Skalitz.
I know. It was hell. But life has to go on. Why not clear your head and try to forget about it? At least for now.
What do you mean?
You feel like a walk?
That's not a bad idea. But probably not in the rain. We could both catch a fever. Pick me up when it turns nice again and we'll go for a stroll.
As her ladyship commands?
You jester.
What's that dog you have here? He looks familiar.
Don't you remember him? It's Mart, the butcher's dog from Skalitz.
Ah, of course. When I went back to bury my parents, he was guarding his master's dead body. A faithful dog. How come he's here?
When we carted you here, we took Mutt along too. He's been hanging around the mill ever since.
How's he doing?
A lot better now. I slipped him something good now and again when Uncle wasn't looking.
He won't starve to death then. What does the miller have to say about it?
He can't stand him.
How's that?
Every time he sees him, he starts shouting that he's a useless mouth to feed and that'll skin him.
Jesus.
And it didn't even soften his heart when Mutt brought a hare from the woods. He was happy to eat it, but it didn't change his mind.
I could have a word with him.
That would be a waste of time.
Does he obey you?
Me?
Dinliyor mu?
Not much. He's got a mind of his own, and I'm just not strict enough.
Ah, spoilt then.
No, he just hasn't learned many commands. But he's well able to beg for a piece of meat.
How long has he been with you?
More or less since we came here. He runs off now and again, but he always comes back. Sometimes I don't see him all day. I think he likes to go wandering.
So he's doing quite well then?
Yeah. I'd keep him, but he reminds me too much of Tinker, you know? I don't want to think about Skalitz. So I thought maybe you might take him with you?
Me?
I'm sure the two of you would get on great. He's a handsome fella and lovable. I'd be very happy if you had him.
But we
kötü
never
bir
had
valla
a dog
sadece.
at the smithy. We never needed one.
Come on. He's got no one.
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
İyi tamam.
All right. I'll take him. He can keep me company on my travels.
Thanks, Henry. Go and get him then. He's sniffing around somewhere here.
Ya dur.
I'd like to know... So, how'd you like it in Rattay?
It's a big town with good strong walls, so I suppose we're safe here. And they took us in our hour of need, but for how much longer? They'll grow tired of us soon enough.
What do you think of the Lord here, Sir Hanush?
He comes from the glorious line of the Lords of Lipa. Folks say he's a bit hot-headed, but he took us in, so he must be a good Christian.
Who's this Sir Hans cape on?
He's actually the real Lord of Rattay, and Sir Hanush is only his guardian, because Sir Hans is underage and his father is dead. Folks say he's a spoilt young pup with an eye for the
Doğru
masses.
diyorlar amına koyayım. Dövdüm ben pezevengi.
How are the Skalitz folk getting on?
They're alive, that's the main thing. They have shelter, but they're just scraping by. Rattay's citizens aren't happy the town is full of beggars who don't look like leaving anytime soon.
Do you know anything about those human rapists? About... you know.
They came to Hungary from God knows where, and now they Well, folk tell awful stories about them. I hope.
That's all. I've brought you something.
Bianca'nın yüzünü verelim mi? Ver ama.
Oh, Hal. Is this for me? This must have cost you a fortune. But I like it very much, thank you. You really mustn't bring me any more gifts like that, or you'll spoil me.
Ne demek canım, her zaman. Eski sevgilimizin şeyini verdik amına koyayım.
Hey, Mutts. Remember me? From Scalix, remember? You wanna go with me? Come on then, we'll get on like a house on fire. Follow me.
Köpke bizle beraber geliyor mu? Hızlı şey yaptığımızda. Hadi lan. Harbi geliyor.
Here I am.
I'm overjoyed. Have you got a horse?
No, sir. Where would someone like me get a horse?
Good point. Unless it was a cart horse, I suppose. Well, you'll just have to trot along behind me like a good dog.
But, sir, isn't there a horse I could borrow?
Oh, certainly. Why don't you just have mine? Or, then again, you can just run alongside as befits a
Hayda.
peasant.
Işığı söndürdüm dizimle. Lan. Orası. Neyse. İbneye bak ibneye. Hacı o değil de. Ben şunu alayım. Şunu da alayım. Sıkıntı olmasın sonra. sürece arası sikeyim bu ya.
Let's go! Yeah! Hurry up, blacksmith!
Bu Blacksmith senin ananı siksin. Sörmüş. Kıçımın sörü. Ense şey falan bir koyacaksın amına koyayım. Alnını dağıtacaksın.
Look here, blacksmith. About that business at the alehouse.
Yes, sir?
Hanush was right. I should have behaved differently. More, well, gentlemanly. But that doesn't mean you were in the right. You can't throw a lord out of the tavern in his own town. Understand?
Yes. I was just...
What? Speak up! Don't worry, I won't bite your head off.
It's just that when you said those things in the arena, sir, I was, a little upset.
Ah! I just like to tease greenhorns a little. And you vexed me too. You were insolent to Captain Bernard and they rewarded you with service. Whenever I do anything reckless, even if it's for my honour, Hanush is on my back about it and I get punished. Like now.
I didn't mean to threaten anyone.
Well, it's all water under the bridge. Let's not spoil our hunt.
Hacı yalnız sen bu kalenin lordusun yani hani. Böyle dışarı çıkman akıl kârı mı?
Let us talk of something else. Is this your first time hunting?
This kind? Yes.
I've been hunting since I could walk. If you're not a complete blockhead, you might learn something useful. And if you don't cock it up entirely today, maybe I'll take you again. It's always helpful to have a minion at hand.
As I said, I have hunted before, but it wasn't...
Chasing bunnies with a pitchfork isn't hunting. Observe and learn.
I'll do the best I can, sir.
Buna da sör demek var ya, zulüm olur amına koyayım.
Listen, I wanted to ask you about scallops.
I don't know if... that is, sir, I don't know if that's a suitable topic of conversation for the hunt.
We're not hunting yet. I'd like to hear about it at last from someone who was actually there.
The Cumans attacked Skallets, and, anyone who didn't flee.
That's what they all say. I want details.
Is it really necessary, sir?
Arguing with the nobility again, eh? It seems you're a bit of a rebel.
No, not at all, sir. It's just that... well, it's hard for me to talk about.
I see. So I'll have to get you drunk first.
Not sure even that would work.
We'll have to find out, won't we? There's a nice little place just north of here. We'll camp there and you can tell me all about it.
If you wish, sir.
And don't dilly-dally. Let's try and get there before the day's out.
Bu mekanlar tekrar geri kapatıyorsun ama bu pek hoş değil, ben sana söyleyeyim. Geri kapatmayın oraları.
Good boy. That's my boy.
Ya hacı kendine gel amına koyayım ya. Ya sir, affedersin de sikeceğim ananı. Yürü. Şükür.
We'll make camp here.
Burada kurulu kamp var.
Where did you wander off to? Bring me some food. I've got bacon in my saddlebag and some wine.
Coming up, sir.
At long last. So, are you enjoying being on the hunt?
I am, although we haven't actually hunted anything yet.
That doesn't matter. Hunting is a diversion. The main thing is to get out of Rattay for a while. Listening to Hanush's lectures all day long would drive anyone mad.
How come Hanush looks after you anyway?
For a start, he doesn't look after me. I'm not an infant blacksmith's boy. Hanush is just managing my property until I'm an adult.
When will that happen?
What are you implying?
Nothing. I didn't mean it like that. I meant that you seem quite adult to me already, sir.
Well, it's hard to say. Before he died, my father appointed a council of nobles to decide the matter. Only they can't be bothered travelling halfway across the country just to assess the claim of some stripling. Under normal circumstances, it wouldn't be necessary. The king would decide on my adulthood. Only...
The king is gone.
Just so.
If I may ask, sir, what does a lord like you do all day?
When I was little, I was awfully bored, I can tell you. There was always some courtier or teacher dogging my footsteps. Now I spend most of my time trying to learn from Sir Hanush. Governing is no joke, at least most of the time. Only last week I had to listen to complaints from my subjects.
But that could be interesting too, couldn't it?
My lord, this yokel here empties his piss pot in my yard.
And sir, that old hag put a spell on my cow, and sir, my old woman is fucking half the village.
Like a flock of sheep, bleating all the time. Even study is more interesting.
What are we going to hunt?
Humans.
What? Humans? But...
Henry.
See your face! I got you there.
Henry.
We'll see what we can get. But I'd like to bag a boar. One, at least. And a few hares too, eh? But what about you? Before I couldn't get a word out of you, now your tongue's loosened. So, tell me about Skalitz. I heard Sigismund had 100 banners there.
Anlat.
I don't know, sir. I didn't have time to count them. It's not easy for me to talk about, sir. My parents were killed right in front of my eyes.
Well, couldn't you do anything about it? I mean to say, didn't Radzig put up a defence?
They caught us unprepared. There was no time for anything. I wanted to save my parents, but I was too late.
All right then.
I was only asking.
I'm not a coward, if that's what you're getting at, sir.
I never said you were.
And I'd never let anyone call me one. Not even a noble.
More honor to you. Well, never mind. Anyway, it's too late to go anywhere today. But tomorrow we set off at first light. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Ulan şafakta geldik zaten. Bak buraları gene açmamış. Kafayı yeriz. Dişi budak mı? Diş budak. Ha.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Sir?
Not now, blacksmith. Keep it for morning. Goodbye.
Oğlum sabaha kadar ne yapacağım ben? Saat akşam olmuş zaten. Uyuyana kadar ben su alayım da geleyim. Ha, bizim Sör nerede? Hala uyuyor. Ha, biraz daha uyuyalım o zaman. Sikeyim lan. ...204 kuruş önümüz var. Güzel.
What are you waiting for? Your lord requires you for the hunt.
Really? Such a renowned hunter needs help.
Ne oldu? Best friend mi oldunuz amına?
Dare mock your betters now, would you?
Heaven forbid, your lordship.
If that's the way you want it, peasant, we'll meet back here at noon. Whoever has the most hares wins. Oh, and if you don't have anything to shoot with, there's a crate in the camp with some old hunting equipment. You can help yourself. After all, there's no sport in trouncing some wretch who hasn't a chance in hell.
By all means, Sir Hans.
Ha! You'll soon be laughing on the other side of your grubby face. And now turn your back for a while. I know a few tried and tested spots in these woods, and I don't want you stealing them.
Ne yaparsan yap, bana ne amına koyayım. Ben de bu taraftan gidecektim. Ne yapacağız şimdi? Bu köpek nereye gitti ya? Lan. Hah. Okçuluk harbi zor meziyeti ya. Bu oyun da cidden zor. Of, çok güzel. Çok güzel. Mount Blade'deki gibi bir şey olsun isterdim açıkçası. Oo, vurduk. Helal lan sana. Bundan sonra sana yemek vereceğim. Ama avdan sonra, şimdi değil. Yarışmayı bir kazanayım, şu pezevenk gibi saplayayım. Etrafta bir davşan görüp, aa gördüm. be, yakın geçti. Gene yakın geçti. Yalnız attığım oklar kayboluyor. Onu fark ettim. C komutu yok şeydeki gibi. Aha. Lan oğlum dur. Aa bunu var. Bunu ver. Ne kadar şeyimiz kaldı, okumuz kaldı? 8 tane. Attığım okun geri alamam ama biraz kötü oldu ama. Avdakileri alabiliyoruz en azından. Avın üstündekileri. Biri burada kamp kurmuş. Etraf bayağı temiz gibi. Çalının arkasında. Aman. Yanlış görmüş. Ya bölge çok huzurlu. Fazla huzurlu ya. Onun geyik avlasam acaba adam şey yapar mı lan? İki tane kaldı. Aman. Ok kalmadı değil mi? Yok, kalmadı. Aha. Ben kendim göremiyormuşum demek ki. Hı. Elimle yakalayabilir miyim lan acaba? Ya. Bizim lord daha gelmemiş.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Köpek eğitmeni mi? Olur. Daha gelişmemiş ama. Ya oğlum bir dur be. Nereye gitti o? Davşan nereye gitti o davşan? Kaç tane okum kaldı lan benim? 7 8. Aferin mod. Mat mı diyeyim, mut mu diyeyim sana, onu da bilmiyorum. Mat diyeceğim. Mat mut zart zurt, hadi bakalım. Oh, 1 saat olmuş lan. Tamam, bir dakika. Sevgili YouTube, 1 saati doldurmuşuz, sizin de canınızı sıkmadan bölümleri 1 saat civarında tutaraktan kapatalım efendim. İzlediğiniz için teşekkürler. Görüşmek üzere. Bay bay.